So, my fiance has way too many role-playing books. Like, you see this? That's not even a pin drop. Oh, keep going. Oh, there's more. Like, you don't even know. This isn't even half. Keep going. No, that hardly even counts. There's more. I know, it's piled so high you can't even see them.
I'm back here.
But there's more coming. It's coming. Yeah. Keep showing them. We're getting close now. Hi, I'm still here.
That's all the books. This is the magazines.
Oh right, there was more on the table, or the chair I mean. I forgot about those ones.
This is my entire role-playing library. And we're going to get into it a book at a time here on Retro Reviews. Hey everybody, and welcome to another Retro Review, a review show where we go through my copious amounts of D&D and other role-playing books, and Laura helps me to not monologue and ramble.
Hey everybody, I get a list of questions so we can try to do that task tonight. So let's start with, what book do we have?
The Complete Thief's Handbook.
So I'm guessing this is kind of similar to ones we've had the past few times, only working with the thief.
I think we got one last complete book in my collection that we're going to get through. So, yeah, this is the Thief's Handbook. This is how to play, all the fluff information, all the background stuff, character archetypes, and different ways to build a thief character. For advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a great reference material for, you know, if you're playing a thief in your own campaigns of different role-playing games. It's got lots of cool new thieving gear and stuff about how to build a thieves guild. So all that cool stuff is in here and not found in the player's handbook.
Yeah, neat. Where did you get this one?
B. Dalton Bookseller. But because my good friend Josh Sennett saw this on the bookshelf and was like, "Oh, the Thieves' Handbook! I used to have a copy of this. Oh, we need this. Jeffy's, Jeffy's, you gotta buy this. You gotta get this." I'm like, "So you want me to buy a book for you?" He's like, "Yeah, but you can keep it in your collection." I'm like, "So you're just telling me how to spend my nerd money?" Alright, so I bought this, and basically Josh, every time I was hanging out with Josh, I just pull the book out, hand it over to him, so he'd be like, oh, I'm building this, and he just start building characters.
So he utilized this book.
He got to use this so much, because Josh, much like with the Druid's Handbook, that was David's book that I had, that he was perma-druid, Josh was perma-thief. His thief, Bob, is actually a major character on my D&D world as well as my fantasy writing world. Bob's Bar is one of the key attraction locations of one of the capital cities.
Oh, maybe more about that later.
More about that later.
So what do you like about this book?
I like that it allows you to like play a thief that's not just either a kleptomaniac who just steals everything in sight. Like you can actually play like a specialized, I'm a lockpicking thief, I'm a trap finding thief, I'm a burglar. I like to sneak around and scout ahead and check things out, and then come back and report to the rest of the party.
Right, just really tailor it to how you want.
Really tailor it to how you want, and not just play the thief that every party sooner or later ends up with, where it's just like passing notes to the DM, and it's like, I want to roll to try to steal something from the other party members. Like, now this is actually like how to really play a thief. And in AD&D and a lot of other D&D versions, you really need like some guidelines on how to play a thief. Because if you don't, you just end up being the guy that robs from everybody, even your friends. Like,
yeah,
you need some structure, and that's what this book does. It gives thief players structure.
Yeah, nice. Is there something you didn't like about it?
I didn't like that Josh made me pay retail price for this, and then I never got to use it. Almost all the other complete books I got for a super cheap discount because I got them used. This is the only one I bought brand new off the shelf from the bookstore, and I got 0 mileage out of it.
Would you recommend it to other gamers?
If your play group has a thief, which it's going to, yeah, get a copy of this and just hit your thief player over the head with it and tell them, read this. And you'll be very much impressed, because the next time they're about ready to play the thief, they're going to play it a heck of a lot better.
So maybe when you bought this for Josh, it improved your group.
It improved my group drastically.
So it had a good point that you bought it for Josh.
It's a good point that I bought it for Josh.
Okay.
Granted, Josh is a seasoned player, and he was an RPG DM back in the early 90s. Has played a lot and got to the point where he had played so much he got bored. Mm-hmm. And this allowed him to look at the thief with new light and get some inspiration and no longer be bored playing thieves.
Are you planning to keep this book?
I am planning to keep this book. Just because I feel like a lot of the other completes I could let go and have other people, get some mileage out of them. But honestly, if I'm playing any games of AD&D and I've got a thief at the table, I'm just going to be like, so you're playing a thief, what's your idea for your thief? Like, I don't know, just stealing stuff. I'm like, read this book and come back to me when you want to play a thief.
Okay, sounds good. That's all I've got.
That's all I've got. Thief stories you want to share? Books that your friends basically convinced you to buy for them that you never got to use. Leave those down in the comments section. What book did you have to buy for your play group? And hit the like, the share. If you're not already subscribe. And maybe one of these days I'll get Josh on the channel to have a little sit and talk, and he can talk about some of his thieves that he's played over the years.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Okay, well, good night, everybody.
Peace.